What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to look at the best of the best for Regigigas to see if you should power it up, use your resources to get it all the way to the top. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, did you participate in an EX raid for Regigigas? Did you get a good one? And what do you think about Regigigas so far? Because today we're going to look at, like I said, best of the best to see if Regigigas is worth our resources, which include our candy. Probably going to need some rare candy because it's going to be an EX raid, so it's not like prevalent everywhere, as well as some Stardust, which is the hottest commodity in the game. That's why we do these series, to make sure that you are investing your Stardust and your resources and your hard-earned game commodities to be to the best of your ability as a trainer. So I can't wait to do this. This is going to be an exciting one because not only are we going to compare Regigigas to other normal type Pokemon, it's also going to give you a little preview, a pretty beast Pokemon. So we're going to compare it overall to every Pokemon in the game as well. So here we go. We're going to start breaking down DPS, TDO, DPS times TDO. If you have been with me and you have a grasp on all of these measurements, make sure to check my pinned comments below. You can skip right to the stats. But if not and you're new here or you want to get a refresher, we're going to start doing it right now. DPS is going to stand for damage per second, which means with one quick swift move, how much damage can we deliver, which takes into account the stab bonus, which is same type attack bonus, meaning for a normal Pokemon, Regigigas, when it delivers Giga Impact, how much damage can it do, because it's going to get a bonus of that, right? So that is stab with the DPS. And then we're going to take that to TDO, which means total damage output, which stands for over the lifespan of Regigigas, how much damage can Regigigas do, right? So think of something like a Lugia, which is the top TDO in the game, is going to be very tanky. It's not going to deliver something as much DPS as like a Mewtwo would for the Psychic category, but overall its lifespan could potentially deliver more damage than the Mewtwo can. And then we're going to check out DPS times TDO, which is going to be over the lifespan of the Pokemon, how much damage can it do with both of the stats combined, because we want to know, not only do we want it to be tanky, we also want it to have a decently high damage window as well. So we're going to compare those two. That's going to be the best stat output, and I asterisk the stat point because we need to analyze with our trainer brains to say, okay, we have this really good Pokemon with a pretty good move, or this really good Pokemon that's a little bit worse in this category with a better move. That's going to be our analysis if it's a 1-bar special or 2-bar special, to make sure you have the best of the best. And that's why we're here. So right now we're going to get into the DPS for the Regigigas. Overall, for DPS, where does Regigigas sit in the normal category? Then we're going to do TDO, then we're going to do DPS times TDO, and then we're going to do the overview. So DPS coming at you right now. So for the normal category, we have Regigigas sitting at the top, highest DPS for a normal type Pokemon. And it's a little unique here because Regigigas does not get a normal type quick move. So I was having to pull Pokemon movesets in that were normal specials only and normal type Pokemon, but also had a difference of movesets to be able to compare this. So Zen Headbutt Giga Impact is going to be 17.964. Then we have Regigigas with all the hidden powers combined with the Giga Impact are all going to have the same DPS of 17.768, which then if we go on to the second page, we're going to have Melota with Quick Attack Hyper Beam at 16.854, then another one with Low Kick Hyper Beam at 16.101, and then we have the Aria form with Quick Attack Hyper Beam at 15.725, right? And then if we want to go to the third page, we're going to see a Porygon Z coming in with Charge Beam Hyper Beam, and then that's going to be at 14.419. Then we have Ursaring Counter Hyper Beam at 14.212. Then we have Arceus, which I thought was going to be higher on the list, but it's Shadow Ball Hyper Beam 14.111. And then if you want to see the Porygons with the hidden powers and the Hyper Beams, it's going to be 14.088. We are already starting off good. Regigigas, normal Pokemon, it's going to have the highest DPS overall, which then is going to lead us into total damage output. TDO, where does the Regigigas sit for TDO? We're going to check that out right now, so let's get right into it. As far as the TDO, we have Regigigas sitting at the top again. Zen Headbutt, Giga Impact, 659.2, and then Regigigas with all of the hidden powers combined with Giga Impact is going to be 652. And then we're going to go all the way on the second page. We then have the Melota again with the Quick Attack Hyper Beam at 628. And then again, we have it with Confusion, 622.8. And then we have Arceus, Shadow Claw Hyper Beam at 621. And then if we're going out to the third page, I really like the third page because I wanted to compare it to a Blissey. So it's actually above the Blissey with the Pound Hyper Beam at 604. Then we have another Arceus with Iron Tail Hyper Beam at 585. Then we have two Melotas, and then we have a Snorlax, 3 of them in a row. Lick Return, which is unique combination because that's what you get for purifying it, which is going to be better than the Hyper Beam at 540. And then we have Lick Hyper Beam at 531. Then we have Lick Skull Bash, which I'm not 100% sure that move is out right now, which is going to be 521. Then we have Blissey with Zen Headbutt Hyper Beam at 520. And then Zen Headbutt Return for the Snorlax, 493, and then Snorlax Lick Body Slam at 491. So pretty cool, guys. The Regigigas is actually sitting above where the Blissey is in TDO, which is absolutely crazy. I really like this Regigigas. It's pretty cool. It's pretty dominant. It gets some cool, unique movesets. So now what we're going to check out is going to be the DPS times TDO Regigigas in the normal category. Let's check it out right now. Sitting up at the top, overall, Regigigas, once again, Zen Headbutt Giga Impact at 3821. Holy smokes, that's pretty high. That is definitely going to be above the 3600 bar range of the Metagross with the Meteor Mash moveset that I said was the previous best before the Mewtwo came in with the Psychic buff and the Psystrike combination. Then we have Regigigas, all of the hidden powers combined with Giga Impact, once again, 3656, which is still really, really beastly, actually. Then we have the Melota coming in, which is not out yet. Quick Attack Hyper Beam at 2728, and then more of them. And then onto the third page, we then have the Arceus Shadow Claw Hyper Beam at 1747, which is really far down there. I'm very surprised about this stat right here. Another Arceus Iron Tail Hyper Beam at 1376. Then we have Porygon Z Charge Beam Hyper Beam at 1054, Ursaring 999, Snorlax Lick Return 996, Porygon Z, and then if you want to go to the fourth page, we have a bunch of Porygon Zs, and then we're going down from there. Wow, so the Regigigas is an absolute beast, but now, since I'm so excited about that 3800 DPS times TDO, what we're going to do is we're going to check out the Regigigas verse, like I said, all of the other Pokemon in the game as a collaboration. So it doesn't matter the typing, it doesn't matter anything. We're just going raw stats to see where it sits because 3800 is pretty high up there. I'm excited to check this out. Let's do this right now. Overall, DPS, TDO, DPS times TDO, overall in the entire game, where does Regigigas actually hold weight? Let's get it. So initially for the DPS, we have the Deoxys sitting up front, and I'm not going to go over too many of these, but let's just make a note. 21.856 is going to be the overall with the Deoxys. They're very glassy. And then Mewtwo Confusion Psystrike, 20.918. So that's where we're sitting. If you guys want to check out anything, I think the Black Kyrems, like I say, as always, might get a little nerfed, but if you want to go to the second page, you could check out some more Pokemon. We have the Rayquaza on here. We have the Rampardos, the Chandelure, all have high DPS. We have Salamence, actually, with Community Day moves, right? So that's super important. And then if we want to find the Regigigas, we are going to go to the 27th spot on the third page with Zen Headbutt Giga Impact 17.964, which is only a couple barely points below the Bullet Punch Meteor Mash Metagross at 17.983, which is really crazy, right? So now if we want to check it out in the TDO category, like I said before, Lugia Extrasensory Sky Attack 741. Holy smokes. Then we have a Black Kyurem. I mean, honestly, if the stats maintain anything of what they are, this Pokemon is an absolute monster. Not only because of that, because it gets Dragon Tail Outrage as its move at 724. Then we have a Lugia Dragon Tail Sky Attack at 699. Black Kyurem coming in, and it also gets Shadow Claw and Blizzard. Like, holy smokes. This Pokemon is going to be a beast, number one. Number two, it's going to be an absolute monster to take down. It's going to be really challenging if these stats hold up. Then we're going to check out Lugia, Giratina Origin Form, 2 different ones with the Dragon Tail and the Shadow Claw. And then in the 10th spot, we have Regigigas, Zen Headbutt Giga Impact, 659.2. Wow, as the TDO. Wow, wow, wow. And then if you want to go to the second page, we have 2 Mewtwo's with the Psystrike. Look at that. And then right afterwards, we have Regigigas with all the hidden powers and Giga Impact at 652. So we have literally Mewtwo sandwiched in between for TDO for Regigigas sandwich, right? Like, how crazy is that? And finally, my favorite category, we're going to check out the DPS times TDO. Where does Regigigas sit overall for the stats? We have the Black Kyurem at the top. Big surprise here, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dragon Tail Outrage, 6,026. Like, that is so dominant. Then we have Mewtwo, Confusion, and Psycho Cut Psystrike at 5994 and 5955. Then we have Black Kyurem coming in again. Dragon Tail Blizzard. Oof, that is going to put a hurting on our Pokemon when we're going after it. 5194. And then we have a Black Kyurem with the Shadow Claw Outrage, 4794. Then we have Mewtwo with the Psychic we have a white Kyurem with the Dragon Breath and Blizzard combination, 4, 4, 5, 6. Could both of those Pokemon, the black and the white, could get nerfed for sure. Then we have Mewtwo, Psycho Cut, Psychic, 4, 2, 4, 8. And then finally we have Regigigas sitting in the 9th spot. I'm so hyped about this because it's just so exciting to see something really break into the top 10 overall. Zen Headbutt, Giga Impact at 3, 8, 2, 1, and then white Kyurem. And if you guys want to go onto the second page and check out Reshiram, followed by all of the other Regigigases, you can go ahead and do that. Wow, guys, I am so hyped about this, honestly, because number one, I like seeing these really high max CP guys, right? So it's gonna be the second highest CP Pokemon that we have, besides the Slacking, which I'm not the biggest fan as of you guys have heard me voice before. It sits at the top of my bag, a little bit annoying, but for the Regigigas, it's gonna sit DPS times TDO, 9th spot overall, like generally speaking, it's in the 9th spot, which is absolutely huge. Giga Impact is the absolute move to have, obviously. So what are we gonna do with this? Where are we gonna put it? What are we gonna do? Since the Regigigas is going to max out at 2 different places, right? So according to Pokemon Go Hub, it's gonna max at 4, 3, 4, 6. According to Game Press, it's gonna max out at 4, 3, 3, 7. Which is only one reason why, because Pokemon Go Hub has a stamina of 221 and Game Press has the stamina at 220, which is doing the slight differential. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. What does matter is it has an attack of 287 that is ranked 11th overall in the game. A defense of 210, which is ranked 53, and then a stamina of 220 or 221, which is ranked 77th. The only one downside that we have, I guess there's 2 downsides. Number one is all of the charge moves are going to be 1-bar specials, which is slightly problematic because you know from my voice my opinions, because 2-bar specials are vastly superior than 1-bar specials. Because when we're raiding with these guys that aren't meant for PvP, we want the 2-bar specials so we can get off more damage and we don't die out with half a bar of special, not fully maximized. The second thing is it doesn't get a normal quick attack, so you can't get the double stab bonus for normal, and since it's being normal, it's going to be weak to fighting and it's only powerful against ghosts. So everything else is neutral damage. So there's nothing really that it's going to super excel at. But with that said, what I would suggest and what I'm going to do, I'm going to lucky trade some of them. And then when I get a lucky one, I'm going to power it up, because you're going to use half the Stardust, 112,000. Giga Impact is a powerful move, and I really want this guy sitting up in my bag. I think it's really cool and unique. The shiny is actually really cool as well. So that's where I'm going to sit right now. And then if you want to get the hidden powers, here's the one thing about hidden power if you didn't know. If you TM hidden power, right? Let's say you have Zen Headbutt, you TM it to hidden power, and let's say it goes Psychic hidden power. You TM it back to Zen Headbutt, and then you TM back to the hidden power. That doesn't mean that it's going to change hidden powers. Once you unlock a hidden power, it stays that specific one. So if you want to collect them, you're going to have to trade the ones or get multiple of these. So I would suggest doing EX passes as many as you can, and definitely stay tuned. Next week, I'm going to have my excellent throw tutorials to make sure you guys can hit it. If you want to try to pineap them, I don't know if it's going to be really the smartest idea, but I was able to catch them with the golden raspberries after like 6 throws, which compared to the Mewtwo is a little bit more challenging. So the timing is going to be what we focus on there. So that's where I'm sitting, guys. And as far as PvP, unfortunately, for the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 299, and for the Master League, it's going to be ranked 44. So that's okay. It's not the best, but 44, top 50, so it definitely could be a surprise Pokemon that in the Master League you could utilize. So that's where we're sitting, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I thank you. I definitely want to know in the comments now, what are you thinking about doing with Regigigas? Like, it's not going to be like a black Kyurem type thing where it's like you have to have it, you have to max it out. It's going to be massive. It's going to be amazing. And if it holds true and it only gets a 10% nerf, it's still going to be amazing. It's definitely not going to be above Mewtwo. It'll be a little bit under, but it's going to be amazing, especially since the Rayquaza is about 3,300 DPS times TDO. And now we're talking in the 6,000. 10% discount would put it at about 5,400. Woohoo! That's going to be powerful. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you guys. Everything that you guys do, everything, all the comments, all the tweets, everything. Definitely been a little bit busier lately. I got some apparel prepping that I'm doing for you guys for the holiday season. So I'm excited to release that. And if you guys are here right now listening, I'm going to give you a preview because you're here right now, right? So I know you're a dedicated listener. We have varsity jacket coming. We have socks. We have a beanie. And then we're going to look at some camo hoodies for the Christmas holidays. So I appreciate you guys, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, and Patreon members for taking their subscriptions to the next level. You know what I'm going to do? See you out on the next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.